Last night, Drake did a live stream, really cool one for Steak. I watched the whole thing because somehow I thought that I had a chance of winning $1 million. That's neither here nor there. Um, Ultimately, there's obviously now there's like a whole bunch of, clips being shared, some funny moments and stuff like that or whatever. He threw some funny shots and stuff like that, some cool stuff. He mentioned, albums getting dropped and disappearing, but it's still Iceman season. He mentioned the uh the 20v1. He did an actual 20v1, with the women this time around. And so he basically goes on to say, this is my second 20v1. Got people mad about that. And then he mentions the stake lawsuits and all that kind of stuff. And people, of course, are mad about that, you know? But there's this What's the Dirt video that's going around now where What's the Dirt did basically a documentary, linking a lot of that, you know, lawsuit, the bot lawsuit and stuff like that to Rock Nation. I'm not going in that because really I don't care about none of that. It's all a dirty game in the music industry anyway. I don't think anybody's completely innocent in it, and also I don't care. That's billionaire talk. But what I want to talk about is some street level talk with the actual music. What I realized right now is people that hate Drake honestly still feel like this, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? People that really don't like Drake really have this very, strong connection to struggle, hood life, you know, black culture, but not like the black culture, like, the thriving black culture. It's the we're still struggling black culture. And this is not a diss or anything. This is just something that I've noticed. This is people who, still feel like even if they're not in the hood or not in the struggle, still feel a connection to it. Like they need it. Like they have to have the struggle to keep definition of their success. Instead of saying, yeah, times was tough when I grew up, but now it's time to kick it. It's time to party. It's time to have fun. And that's not to say they don't kick it and have fun, but they don't like that Drake seems to be an artist who has surpassed all of that. And we're not gonna get on here and make it seem like, you know, Drake, just because he's from Canada and is half white, didn't have struggles. He may not have had, the typical black American struggles, but the boy wasn't rich. He basically was paying his mom's rent or paying literally to live when he was on Degrassi. And look up how much actors were getting paid for TV shows back then. It's not like they were making $1 million. So again, let's just get that out of here. Drake makes music for people who want to be happy and kick it. Now, yeah, he talk tough and talk spicy and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's still the braggadocious rap. It's the love, songs. It's the realness, actually. It's what I'm actually going through. You know what I'm saying? It's what I'm actually going through. Me as a black man, yes, I still see struggle all the time. Whether it was getting a job because of my name being Deontay. I'm pretty sure that's why I didn't get a job for a long time, because my name is Deontay. Um, walking the streets, getting looked at funny, all of that. But I never let that define me. I still got jobs. I still got women. I still got money. I still got happy. You know, that's the music that he makes. It's for everyone. It's for people who want to have fun. It's not for people who still want to say, Even though I made it in life, it's still tough out here, or I'm always, go back to that. Like, of course, all of that is important. It's not saying forget the struggle. It's saying, okay, we went through that. Now let's celebrate. And I feel like that is the reason why people don't like Drake, is because it's just a mentality. It's just a mentality, and that's okay. But I'm just saying it because I noticed it. I pressed play for probably like the 50th time on Iceman today, and I was about to vibe out and just get my walk on. And I was just like, the reason this music is good is because it's true and it speaks to everybody. This music is not just, and even when I break it down to just saying everybody, we can say all black people, all urban people, all types of urban and black people, all ghetto people. It speaks for more than that, but let's just, focus in, hone in on just a small group of humans. And let's just say black people. That's what Drake's music talks to. It talks to the person it talks to the woman, I'll say, who wants to have fun, kick it, and spend money and go on dates. Talks to the woman who wants to go to a club at 30 years old and still want to be bad. Talks to the woman who doesn't want to have kids and just wants to kick it. It talks to the man who has been through a bad relationship. It talks to the man who is, out there spending money, being successful, kicking it. And, we got started from the bottom. Yeah, you can look at that as kind of like okay, yeah, it talks to the human about, getting to the top. And that is what his music is about. His music is not about, and this is, again, this is not to say that he doesn't have music, talking about the struggle and stuff like that of black people. But I'm saying, as an overall, his artistry expands. And that is why I think people don't mentality. This man was on stream last night having fun gambling, just chilling with his boy Ben the Don. Just having fun, joking, laughing, you know, doing a 20v1 with the women, going on dates, giving away stuff. I mean, it was a part where, like I was like, got a little teary eyed because he said he was going to buy somebody a house. He asked the woman whatever, anything. He said, anything you want when she won. He said, I'll get you anything you want. And this chick says, are you serious? He's like, yeah, that's you won. She says, I want you to buy my mom a house. He says, done. Done. We're going to get your mom a house. She didn't ask for something for herself. Like she didn't ask for a large amount of money, which is probably what I would have did. I would have been like, let me get a million. let me set it up. Let me get a million. I mean, if I would ask for five, would I got five? Who knows? But I would have said, let me get a million. Anyway, the man is out here having fun, dropping albums, still number one artist and rapper. And people are mad at him somehow. I don't get it. But actually, I do get it. It's because some people, the reason why he has a lot of fans, the reason why he has the most fans is because he reaches the most people. He talks to the most people. It's not because he has the most music or anything like that. It's because he talks to the most people. He doesn't just talk to one small group of people. And again, that's not bad or right. It's not wrong or right. You have other people who are fans of certain people who only like a type of music or like a type of rhetoric. He just kind of talks to a lot of other people and doesn't isolate groups of people. So that's pretty much what I got out of, my morning so far. Well, like I said, when I was about to get ready to just listen to some Drake and be happy and be happy on my walk. And I can admit, I really do love the Iceman album. Like if we want to talk about that real quick, I love the album. I love all three of those albums. They all have different vibes, different feels, but somehow if you put them on shuffle, which is what a lot of the fans did, was they made a playlist with Habibti, Iceman, and Maid of Honor, put it on a playlist, press shuffle. All of those songs sound like one long album. So that's what I did. But sometimes I just go right to Iceman. So if we get into that, there's so much on the album. All of the beats are clean. Every single one of the beats are clean. I'm a beat guy. I love the music first, and then I love the flow, and then I love what the person is kind of like talking about. And so if I had to rate it in that sense, I would go 10, 10, 9. And the only reason I give the content, not the lyrics, the content in 9 is because I feel like Drake had to, step outside of the fun, talking his talk stuff to address a lot of the stuff. So I mean, even with that, I'll give it a 9.9 to be honest, like because he was still spitting and it still gets you energized. So I just wish that, he could have dropped the album without talking about the stuff, but you have to. You got to talk about it. So I get it. And he don't talk about it on every song, you know what I'm saying? So, I'll take it back 10, 10, 10. When I really talk about it, when I really, break it really all down. Because then, like I said, you got the other two albums that just bang, you know what I'm saying? Good slow songs, good upbeat songs, good R&B songs, good international songs, good club songs, all of that. So that's what I think about, the album and the albums. But yeah, I feel like you can't even say anything on social media positive about him without somebody jumping under your comment and saying something negative about him. And I think they are truly brainwashed. Like 1000%. It's almost like me going outside talking about how nice and sunny it is, and then somebody saying, yeah, but remember when it rained? Or remember when, you slipped in the puddle? It's like, yeah, but I'm talking about today. Today I'm happy. Today it's good. Today it's fun. And they're like, yeah, remember that one time where it was tough to walk because it was too much leaves on the ground? Like that's the way it feels, sometimes on social media. But anyway, what's up to y'all? If you didn't, if you just now got into the room, rewind, listen to the whole thing. I'm about a mile in on the walk. And yeah, be positive, man. Have fun. Be positive. That's all the music is about. If you feel dissed, he's still dissing you in a nice way, still being fun. There's some harsh lyrics on there too, but still fun. So anyway, that's my live for today. Some of these times maybe I'll go live more than once, but for now, I'm good. I'm breathing hard. A mile in. Holla at me. Leave a comment.